Seafood, Aggie Ale, 1888 battered fish and chips are a hit, as well as the cod-crusted Atlantic salmon and Chilean sea bass. Topped with crab. And the table also features a variety of salads, sandwiches, and delicious burgers. And of course, the great flavor of the Mesilla Valley Mexican food. Try one of their specialties, the Blue Crab Blue Corn Green Chili Enchiladas. And a trip to Hacienda de Mesilla is not complete without trying their signature weekend brunch, including award-winning Bloody Marys and mimosas. Open 7 days a week. Hacienda de Mesilla, Grill, Inn, and Cantina. A proud supporter of the Bulldogs, Trojans, Knights, and Hawks. After the game, we will name the Steve Barrett Real Estate Player of the Game. Steve Barrett's motto is energy. Check out Steve's website. Barrett.com. So discover your game.
Welcome back to the countdown to tip-off. Coach Roberts of Mayfield, Keith Roberts of the Trojans. Another city rivalry game tonight, trying to bounce back from that tough overtime loss on Tuesday. What's the team's temperature right now?
Oh, they're just anxious, to get back at it. One thing that I'm harping on is the only way to erase an L is with a W. So, they've been in this position before many times this season, and, they're just ready to bounce back.
Close game last time you two played.
Yeah. It's probably going to be the same today. It's just going to come down to those last 6 minutes of execution.
Talk about a couple of the matchups you think are in your favor tonight. I guess if they go man-to-man, which they're kind of a trapping pressing team, huh?
Yeah, they are. They'll try to they're a really conceptual team. They're really fundamental and methodical. But one thing, if we check out and box out properly, we should win the battle of the boards by a substantial amount because, shot goes up. Their guys are just staring at the ball, whereas, they're not trying to wedge somebody out, do their work. So, I'm pretty confident in our ability in rebounding as long as we focus on that.
All right. Well, good luck to the Trojans tonight.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, back after this on Kool Oldies. Welcome back to the countdown to tip-off. Jonathan Martinez.
You can do what you want here. 2 works, 1 works. You can do a 1 and then a 1 after this. However you want to do it. The scoreboard says we're 2:45 away from the game, but they're still going to do national anthem, starting lineup. So we're probably more like 5-6 minutes away. And I don't like to be here for the national anthem if I can miss it. The only thing is when you count on a national anthem, sometimes they skip it. That's always a nightmare. So what they're going to do is they just and then they explode.
Today, the game is Bar and Grill 10-person party pack with winning combination anytime.
La Costa de Mesilla Restaurant and Canteen, a Mesilla Valley treasure and tradition since 1939. Wander through a lobby full of tropical birds and fish while dining in historic Adobe dining rooms. Or outside in the Southwest. This will be award-winning Mexican food. The best kept
Tonight's game is presented by Centennial State Farm Insurance. Representative.
Welcome back to the countdown to tip-off. Jonathan Martinez, the head coach of the Hawks, our guest. And tight one last time. What do you look for tonight between the Trojans and the Hawks? How's the matchup look to you?
About even. You know, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be who hits the defensive glass a little bit better, who keeps the other team off the offensive rebounds, and then who can take care of the ball.
I've done a couple of Mayfield games. Sowards has been pretty hot during the district season. Anything special planned for him, or you just have a team approach with your pressure?
No, we just want to do what we do. We want to get after them, the entire court, and just try to play smart. Obviously they got some good players. Coach Roberts is doing a good job over there, so we just want to do what we do. I feel like if we'll do what we do and we remain disciplined, we should come out on top, hopefully.
Well, the challenges of this with what's going on in the world's immense, but talk about the progress your team's made since the first ball game to, here where we're hitting the final the last couple of weeks of the regular season.
Well, we're making great gains. We've been a few minutes, a couple different games from being 7-1 in district, having a completely different record. It's just for us, it's just been about closing out games. And so that's still, we're still not there yet. Obviously, we're still working to get better, but we feel like we're hitting a better stride right now as we move into the second part of district.
Well, it seems to me close games. I mean, it's if you have a lead, hit some free throws, right?
Hey, hit some free throws and take care of the basketball. That's the key. We've been doing a pretty good job from the free throw line. We'd like to get there a little bit more tonight.
Well, good luck, Hawks.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a great evening, sir.
All right. We'll have more after this on Kool Oldies.
I gotta get you a Mayfield media pass.
Welcome back to the countdown to tip-off.
2 minutes is good. 2 minutes.
Served up to fun sauces and ranch. Size pieces, perfect for picnics. Kinds of salsa and pretzel. Chips plus quarantine quarts of margarita. Order your Mickey party pack today. Sports Bar and Grill, 10-person party pack. Winning combination every time.
La Costa de Mesilla Restaurant and Canteen, a Mesilla Valley treasure and tradition since 1939. Wander through a modern birds and fish or dining in historic old dining rooms, or outside one of the most elegant courtyards in the Southwest. Although famous for her award-winning Mexican food, Mexican secret, great steak, chicken, and shrimp fajitas, Mexican fries with their special chocolate sauce. And of course, a visit to La Costa is not complete
Starting at forward for the juniors, number 12,
La Costa de Mesilla is a senior, 14,
starting at forward, senior, number 15, Jacob Green. Starting at forward, sophomore, number 41, AC Munoz. Starting at forward, senior, number 40, Anthony Escobar. Assistant coaches for the Trojans, Curtis Gomez and Nick Flores. Head coach is Keith Roberts.
AM 570 and online at Kool1045fm.com. Pre-game social knows what it takes to go
Your Centennial Hawks. Starting at goal, a senior, number 3, Nick Serna. Senior number 10, Jacob Rufo-Hina. Senior number 12, Dox Rio.
Welcome Welcome back to the nest, as they call it, the home of the Hawks, where the Trojans and the Hawks get set to battle tonight. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Ben Trujillo State Farm Insurance, Chala's Woodfire Grill in Mesilla, and La Posta and Hacienda de Mesilla. Beasley Mitchell and Company, Steve Barrett Real Estate, The Real Man, Be Hempful, and Western Blend, and the Game Sports Bar and Grill. And we are close to tip here. District standings going into tonight. Cruces is 8-0, Mayfield 5-3 in second. Oregon Mountain 4-3, Centennial 4-3, a half game behind Mayfield. Alamogordo's 4-4, Demings 2-6, and Gadsden is 0-8. For the Trojans, it'll be Smith, Sowards, Green, Munoz, and Escobar. For the Hawks, it'll be Cerna, Rucavina, Rios, Dominguez, and Beltran. And we are ready to go. Referee steps in the circle and the ball tipped up and it hits the floor and it's picked up by Beltran, who shovels it off to Dominguez, who brings it up. Mayfield opens in a man-to-man defense. Left side, Cerna. Cerna bounces it out on top to Rucavina, swings it off right side to Dominguez. Smith on him for Mayfield. Cerna left of the key, puts it on the floor, brings it to the right wing, shovels it off to Dominguez. Dominguez waves away Rios, puts it on the floor, tries to come right, cut off, goes left, free throw line, jumper good. Dominguez breaks the seal. It's 2-0. Centennial with the lead here at home. They're doing Silent Night here, so the crowd, which is a pretty good one for Centennial, they're quiet, I think, until Centennial hits their 6th point. Here's a three from Escobar off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down in the paint by Sowards. He puts it up, no good. Gets it back, muscles it up, and scores. Cameron Sowards ties the game. So you'll hear a big explosion from the crowd when Centennial, I think, scores their 6th point, is how it works. I think they pattern this off Temple. Something Temple used to do. Here's a drive and an offensive foul against Centennial. Beltran with the drive. And Beltran with the offensive foul. That's the first foul of the game. So the Trojans will bring it up. 6:46 to play first quarter, 2-2 the score. Sounds like we're at a library right now, but they'll get loud here in a little bit. Smith out near the center stripe. Smith left side, Green for a deep three on the left wing, little long. Rebound kicks out all the way to the top of the circle. Escobar grabs it, dribbles a couple of times, and rattles home a three. And it's 5-2 Mayfield, 6:23 to play in the first quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Centennial brings it up. Left side, Cerna with it. One-step dribble, gives it off to Bruder out near the center circle. Swing it off to the right side. They get it underneath. Rios dishes off to Rucavina, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It belongs to Centennial. 6:06 to play in the first quarter. It's 5-2. Mayfield with the lead in the early going. Rios will throw it in for the Hawks. Rios, ball fakes, then bounces it underneath the Bruder, kicks it out on top. Cerna gives it off to Dominguez. They swing it left side to Rios on the wing, around the back dribble and a spin. The ball's free. Rios chases it down. Then they strip it from him again. It's rolling free again. Rios comes up with it once more. Then he goes to the bucket and misses a layup. Rebound by Rucavina, and he puts it back up and in. Rucavina averages 3 a game. He makes it a 1-point game. Smith for 3 for Mayfield, and he drains it. Davey and Smith averaging 12.2 points per game in district. Makes it 8-4 Mayfield. As Mayfield hitting from outside in the early going. Cerna dribbling towards the top of the circle, gives it off to Dominguez. Dominguez off a ball screen, drives to the free throw line, frees himself up for a jumper, misses it off the left of the iron, kicks right. Rebound pulled down by Escobar. Feeds it across to Cameron Sowards, gets it back. Escobar, top of the circle, 3 from deep is way off. Rebound pulled down by Dominguez of Centennial. Hawks down 4 with the basketball. Ball's jarred free, and up with it is Cameron Sowards for Mayfield. Sowards up the floor, stops, kicks left side. Smith launches a 3, a little deep. Rebound pulled down by Dominguez. Down there. Pulls up, 16-foot jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes all the way out near the center stripe, grabbed by Bruder of Centennial. Corner right side, Dominguez. Out on top to Bruder. He gives it off to Cerna. Cerna feeds it underneath. Baseline jumpers, an air ball from Bruder. Rebound to Smith. Smith, a little collision near midcourt. They let him play. Smith feeds it off right corner. Driving is Green to the bucket. Scoop won't fall. Green tips to keep it alive. It goes to the center stripe. It's grabbed there by Rios. Rios in the paint has his shot blocked and a foul whistled against Mayfield. 2 shots coming for Rios. Foul against Escobar, his first, and it's the first against the Trojans. 4:11 to play in the first quarter, 8-4. Mayfield with the lead. Since the last time I've been here, which it's been a while, the Hawks have figured out how to use their fancy scoreboard up there. It's a really nice one. They didn't have command of how to work all the features at one time, but they figured that out. Free throw by Rios, no good. 8-4 Mayfield. 4:11 to play in the opening quarter. I'm Jeff Matthews. Listening on Kool Oldies 104.5 FM and AM 570, or on our website or on our app. Free throw, no good. We're also streaming video tonight. After the missed free throw, Bruder puts up a jumper. His shot's blocked. Up with it, Smith in transition to Green, who lays it up and in. Jalen Green with the bucket. 10-4 Mayfield. 3:55 to play in the opening quarter after Rios missed a couple of free throws. So the Hawk crowd still quiet on silent night here at the Nest. Right side, Rukavina goes to the hole, lays it up and in. He scores, and now the crowd can get into it a little bit. Took him a while. That score came with about 3:40 to play in the first quarter. Sowards out 3, deep for Munoz, and he drains it. AC Munoz averaging 10.6 points per game in the district season. Gives them a 7-point lead. The Trojans on the road ahead. Bruder, right side of the key. Out on top, here's a deep 3 from Cerna. He missed it badly. Rebound pulled down by J.J. Davis, who's checked in. Davis fires it off right side to Munoz. Cerna knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball on the far side in front of the Centennial students. 3:05 to play in the first quarter. The Trojans 13 and the Hawks 7. Checking in for Centennial is Sean Crawford at 6'4". Wears number 34 for those watching. Also in is Aguilar, who wears 25 for Centennial. 2:57 to play in the opening quarter. J.J. Davis off a screen from Watson, who's checked in. Pass tipped out of bounds. It belongs to Mayfield in front of the Hawk bench. Trojans will counter and send Casey Matthews, a 6'4 senior, into the game. And Davion Smith comes out of the ball game. 5 different Trojans have scored in the game. Mayfield's up 7 at 13-6. Inbounds pass to Davis. Davis dribbling in traffic, ends up on the floor, and he throws it away, but it's kicked by Cerna. And so it'll go to the Trojans. 2:47 to play in the first. Mayfield by 7 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 3 3-pointers for the Trojans in the early going here. Jalen Green gets it across the timeline to the top of the circle, kicks right side to Watson. Watson dribbling around with it, lost it, but it went to Green to Crawford. Crawford tries to thread a pass inside. It's stolen away by Rios. Rios has it poked away from behind. It goes to Green. Here come the Trojans the other way. Green loses it, but it goes to Watson, and he puts it up, and it crawls over the front of the iron for him. He's the 6th different Trojan to score, and Mayfield's up 9 with 2:17 to play first quarter. Bruder brings it up for the Hawks, drives, bounces a pass off left side, layup no good, and a foul against Mayfield. And free throws coming for Sean Crawford, the 6'4 senior forward, a 63% free throw shooter. Mayfield 15 and Centennial 6 with 2:11 to play in the opening quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Hawks are 0 for 2 at the foul line. Crawford's free throw good. 15-7, Mayfield with an 8-point lead with 2:11 to play in the first quarter, and Crawford at the line for yet another free throw. And the senior's free throw a little strong, hit the back of the rim, hit the front of the rim, and then it fell for him. So he got both. And it's a 7-point Trojan lead, 2:06 to play in the first quarter. Little three-quarter court press for Centennial. Mayfield breaks it nicely. Layup for Matthews. Casey Matthews with the bucket. 9-point Trojan lead. They went right through the press and got a layup and made them pay. Here's Cerna going to the hole. His shot's blocked. Up with it's Watson for Mayfield. Watson hounded in the backcourt, gets it across to Davis. Davis in the short corner, kicks it out. Matthews gives it off to Watson. Head fakes, drives, floater up, no good. Rebound to Bruder. Bruder feeds it off to Cerna with 1:33 to play in the opening quarter. Dribbles across the timeline, hands it off. Rios with it, backs his way in, spins right of the lane, kicks it out to Cerna, thinks about the deep three, passes it up, gives it off to Bruder. He'll try the deep three left side, front of the rim, no good. And a rebounding foul against the Hawks. Sean Crawford picks up number 1, number 2 against the Hawks. Dominguez goes in for the Hawks. Bruder comes out. Watson, Green, Davis, Matthews, and Sowards for the Trojans. Green brings it across. Gives it off to Matthews. Matthews feeds it right side. Wide open is Cameron Sowards, and he misses. Rebound to Matthews. Banks it up and in. He's giving him a lift off the bench. He's got 4, and Mayfield's up 19-8 with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Cerna launches a 3, and he drains it. He's a 31% three-point shooter, and he makes it an 8-point Trojan lead with that bucket for the Hawks. And a steal for Centennial, but it went onto the baseline. It'll stay with Mayfield. Alvarez in for the Trojans. Escobar in for the Trojans. Davis and Green come out of the game. 42 and 8/10 seconds to play first quarter. Mayfield by 8. Alvarez gets it into Watson in the corner right side. He drives, feeds it out on top to Sowards, has to leap up to snag it. And he does. Gives it off to Escobar out front left side. Puts it on the floor, penetrates, kicks, wide open 3. Good for Noah Alvarez. And it's I almost gave the points to the wrong team. It's 22-11, Mayfield by 11 with 20 seconds to play in the opening quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Huge first quarter for Mayfield tonight. They're shooting it well. And the ball knocked free. Aguilar up with it. Gives it off to Cerna. Cerna ball fakes. Cerna now shovels it off to Dominguez. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Here's a 3 from Cerna, and he rattles that home. A really deep 3 for Cerna, and he got it to go. Hawks needed it, and he got it at the buzzer. Trojans 22, Hawks 14 at the end of 1 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. A 1-minute break on Kool Oldies.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for the Centennial Hawk cheerleaders?
Jeff Matthews with you back at Centennial High. Mayfield 22, Centennial 14 at the end of the first quarter. Trojans have 4 different players with 3-pointers in the opening quarter. The Hawks have hit 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. It leads to a Mayfield 8-point lead right now. And it's Trojan basketball, but a steal. Dominguez going to the hole. His shot's blocked by Smith. He ends up on his wallet. Alvarez feeds it up to Smith. Smith down low to Matthews. Baseline jumper, crawls over the iron and off the back end, no good. Rebounds rolling around on the floor. Hawks come out of there with it. Bringing it up to Beltran. Beltran pounds it to the right wing. Gives it off to Dominguez. Slings it off left side. Cerna. Heat check. Got it. 3 3-pointers for Nicholas Cerna. And it's 22-17. The Trojan lead is 5. Another really deep 3 for Cerna. Trojans with the basketball. Alvarez to Escobar. Escobar hounded by Cerna. They go inside to Sowards posting up. Turnaround jumper on the baseline's a little long. Rebound to Aguilar of Centennial. He gives it off to Cerna, who's red hot with 9 points on 3 3-pointers. Another deep 3 for the Hawks. This one missed everything. Centennial saves it in. Aguilar threw it off Smith and it went out of bounds, so it stays with the Hawks. Bruder goes in. Dominguez comes out for Centennial. The Hawks have cut it to 5 with 6:44 to play in the half. Trojans getting everybody into the act right now. 8 different Trojans have scored in the game. Underneath, they get it. Pivoting is Sierra. Feeds it out on the perimeter to Aguilar to Cerna. Cerna waves out Sierra. Sierra comes and gives him a screen. Cerna uses it to go to the top of the circle, uses him again, now launches a 3. This one's no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Jalen Green. He wants to fly into the front court. Kick right corner to Smith, spotting up for a long 2, and he missed it. Rebound to Bruder. He gives it off to Cerna. Ahead of the pack to Sierra. He loads it up going 100 miles an hour, and he missed it. That's a tough shot. Rebound to Mayfield. Escobar, free throw line jumper good. Anthony Escobar has 5, and Mayfield's lead is now 7 with 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Hawk basketball in the front court. Hawks have it on the left wing. That's Cerna with it. 18-foot jumper just inside the 3-point line, no good. Rebound to Cameron Sowards. He gives it off to Green. Green gives it off right side. Attacking the bucket is Sowards, and he missed the layup. It was contested. Rebound to Bruder. Bruder drives into the paint, stops, pops from 8, and he hits. Mike Bruder with the bucket. Makes it 24-19. Mayfield's lead is 5 with 5:20 to play in the half. Pass into the left corner. Sowards launches a 3, and he gets it to go. Circled the rim and drained for him, 27-19. The Mayfield lead is now back up to 8. So the Trojans continue a hot hand from outside. Hawks with the basketball. Cerna gives it off to Bruder. Bruder drives right to the key. Now he dishes to Sierra, cutting to the hole. Turnaround jumper blocked. Rebound to Centennial. They missed the putback underneath. Ball's on the floor. And up with it is Sierra, but then he throws it away, and the Trojans have it. Sowards gives it off to Green with 4:37 to play in the half. Trojans by 8 with the basketball. A screen for Green. Bounces it into the right corner. Out on top, a straight-on 3. In and out, no good. And a rebounding foul on Jalen Green of Mayfield. That's his first. Just the second against the Trojans here in the second half. 4:25 to play in the second quarter, and the Trojans are up 8, and it's Hawk basketball. AC Munoz goes in for the Trojans. Green comes out. Josias Aguilar, a 6-foot sophomore, goes in for the Hawks. Isaac Aguilar comes out of the game. So it's Hawk basketball. They're down 8, attacking the bucket at the southern end of their gym. Nearly losing it is Beltran, but he goes and gets it. Feeds it to Aguilar. Going to the hole strong. He missed it. Rebound to Rukavina, and he puts it up and in. He's got 6. And it's a 6-point Trojan lead halfway through the second quarter. Escobar to Smith. He goes baseline, dishes off, and a blocking foul on a collision underneath the basket. Aguilar ticketed with a blocking foul. Neither team's in the 1-and-1. That's foul number 1 against Aguilar, foul number 3 against the Hawks. So both teams have 3 fouls here in the game. Sowards is going to get a breather. He's been really good during the district season. Inbounds pass to Green, gives it off to J.J. Davis. Davis backs it up to the center stripe, dribbles in between his legs. Davis working, now kills his dribble, gives it off to Flores, who's checked in for Mayfield. Off to Smith at the center circle. He penetrates, gets in the paint, stops, kicks out. Green wide open look at a 3, but it won't go. Rebound flying in, there's Davis, but Rios corrals it for the Centennial Hawks. Around the back dribble. Feeds it off to Rukavina into the right corner. A 3 on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Beltran missed it. Rebound to Rukavina. Lefty hook, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Mayfield. 3:15 to play in the second quarter. Mayfield's up 27-21 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard as we tick towards the 3-minute mark. 3:10 and counting to play. Hawks are going to press. Trojans get it across and then lose it. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Mayfield. When teams press, it's amazing how often they'll get it across, but then the next pass will be trouble. That's what happened to Mayfield there. They got it across, and the very next pass was trouble. Driving is Green, fouled on a penetration of the right wing, and a foul against Centennial. Michael Bruder picks up his first, number 4 against Centennial. Neither team close to the bonus with 3 minutes to play in the half. Definitely not a free throw shooting contest. That makes this stuff enjoyable. Green drives, loses it, up with it the Hawks, ahead to Bruder. He loses it. It's rolling towards the baseline. Smith picks it up for Mayfield. He tries to power his way up the sideline, and a little foul against the Hawks trying to trap him on the sideline. That's Bruder. That's his second. 2:48 to play in the half. It's the Trojans 27 and the Hawks 21 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Flores brings it across for Mayfield, drives underneath, bounces it out on the perimeter to Davis. Mayfield with all 5 players outside the 3-point line. Smith off to Munoz on the left side. Nobody underneath. Now Davis cuts through to the high post as Green dribbles with it at the head of the key. Off to Smith for 3 on the right wing. It's no good. Rebound comes all the way back out to him near the sideline. Dribbles down into the short corner. He's double teamed. They swing it around to the top to J.J. Davis. Davis feeds it off to Smith on the right wing side. Smith drives to the hole, but he missed the layup, and a whistle and a foul against the Hawks. So Smith will go to the line and shoot 2. Rios picks up the foul, his first. Number 5 against Centennial. 2 free throws for Davian Smith. 73% free throw shooter on the season, and the first is no good. Cerna returns. He had the hot hand early in the half. He has 3 3-pointers for 9 points for the Hawks. Smith's second free throw good. He gets 1 of 2. And it's 28-21 Mayfield. And there's a timeout on the floor. Mayfield's going to take the timeout. 2:09 to play in the second quarter. Trojans 28. Hawks 21 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. A short timeout. We'll pause for 30 seconds on Kool Oldies. 28-21, the Trojans lead the Hawks with 2:09 to play in the second quarter. And it'll be Centennial basketball. The Trojans are going to slap on a token press here. Bringing it up's Beltran. Beltran drives, stops, pops from about 14, and he hits. That makes it a 5-point Trojan lead as the Hawks score. It's 28-23 Mayfield. Smith in the front court to Watson. He throws it away. It goes right to Cerna. He feeds it ahead to Aguilar. 3-on-1 alley-oop for the layup. No good. They didn't finish. Rebound pulled down by Matthews of Mayfield. He gives it off to Green with 1:36 to play. Here's a three, top of the circle, back of the rim, and no good. Foul against Mayfield. Going for the rebound. Casey Matthews picks up his first. Number 4 against Mayfield. 2 fouls on Green, 1 on Matthews, 1 on Escobar for the Trojans. Neither team in the bonus with 1:30 to play in the half. And here come the Hawks. Dominguez gets it across. Feeds it off right side to Cerna. Popping out of the screen in the middle is Rios. He sets a screen, and driving is Cerna, and he hits the floater. Cerna in double figures with 11, 28-25. Mayfield's lead is down to 3. They've led most of the game. They get it down to Matthews. Matthews from about 4 feet throws up an air ball. Rebound to Mayfield, out to Munoz for 3. He nicks the back of the iron and misses. Rebound pulled down by Cerna. Cerna brings it up for Centennial. The Hawks are down 3 with 55 seconds to play in the half. Beltran on the left wing gets a screen from Rukavina. Goes left, stops, he pops, and he hits. Beltran with 4. He averages 18 a game almost. 28-27. Mayfield by 1. Here's Matthews. Slam dunk on the other end. They beat the press and got a dunk out of it. And the Trojan lead is 3 with 31 seconds to play in the second quarter. Cerna, right side to Aguilar. Mayfield playing man-to-man defense. Aguilar at the head of the key. Still dribbling with it, drives to the short corner, throws it out, and it's loose. Up with it, Beltran drives it back in there, stops and misses everything. Rebound to Watson. To Green with 10 seconds to play in the half. Steal by Beltran. Beltran going to the bucket, lays it up, and he scores with 4 seconds to play in the half. 30-29. Here's a heave, and no good from Green. So we've played a half. The Trojans never trailed in the first half, led by as many as 11, but they lead by 1 at intermission. Mayfield 30, Centennial 29 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. We'll have some halftime activities for you after this on Kool Oldies.
And please donate as much as you can to the students out there, okay? We'll let you know when we get started here in 1 minute. But once again,
that's fine.
Raise money for Make-A-Wish.
I'll do whatever you send me here. I'm listening.
Money out. I'll let you know when we start the minute.
Get ready for the big game with a 10-person party pack from the game.
All right, we're going to start right at we're setting that up right now for the 1 minute. Once again, we'd like to ask everybody to please help us donate to money for Make-A-Wish giving. Are we ready? Are the students ready? All right, we got all the students out there with cans and buckets. So please, here we go. The 1 minute starting right now. Once again, please help us make a contribution to Make-A-Wish New Mexico. If you have money, just raise your hand, and the cheerleaders and all the other students will go.
Welcome back to the nest, as they call it, as the Trojans and the Hawks are battling. It's 30-29 Mayfield. It was 2-all. Then Mayfield jumped out to a 10-4 lead and stretched it out to 9 at 15-6 after a couple of free throws. Mayfield stretched the lead out to a 22-14 first quarter lead. But in the second quarter, the Hawks outscored the Trojans 15-8. And cut it to 1 here at the half. So Mayfield's never trailed in the game, but the Hawks have certainly made themselves handy here late in the second quarter. We'll give you some scoring updates after this. It's 30-29 Mayfield over Centennial on Kool Oldies.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you still want to donate, please raise your hands. Somebody will come over to you. At this time, I'd like to thank everybody that contributed, everybody that donated money to Make-A-Wish New Mexico. Thank you so much. Please give yourselves a big round of applause on people that helped us collect money today for this great
Top Deck, Cantina Terrace, or Pool Day. View your favorite sporting event in the cantina while sipping on a variety of extensive wine list or your favorite cerveza. Also,
I love my table here.
Got the highest I think I've seen is 10 or 11. It's not like the highest number I've seen is like 10 or 11, and that's going higher.
What?
Tonight's game is presented by Centennial State Farm Insurance, like a believer's
We're at intermission. It's 30-29. Mayfield leads Centennial at the half. Here's a look at the first half scoring totals brought to you by the Real Man in Mesilla.
We got 3 dinosaurs.
First for Mayfield, who leads at 30-29. 8 different players have scored, led by Casey Matthews, a 6'4 senior, has 6 points. He averages 2.9 points per game during the district season. Then with 5 points, it's Cameron Sowards and Anthony Escobar. With 3 points, Noah Alvarez, Damian Smith, and AC Munoz. 2 points apiece for Jalen Green and Ashton Watson. For the Hawks, they're led by Nicholas Cerna with 11, 3 3-pointers and a 2-pointer. Then it's 6 points for Rukavina and Beltran, 2 points for Bruder and Dominguez. The Hawks are 2 for 4 at the foul line. The Trojans are 1 for 2 at the foul stripe here in the first half tonight. Not a lot of free throws as neither team got into the bonus in the first half. So it's Mayfield 30 and Centennial 29 at intermission on Kool Oldies.
La Costa de Mesilla Restaurant and
2:49. Yep. That'd be perfect.
One of the most elegant courtyards in the Southwest. Although famous for their award-winning Mexican food, the best kept secret may be their steak, chicken, and shrimp fajitas, and green
Ladies and gentlemen, I was just informed that we want to thank everybody for donating for Make-A-Wish in Mexico. We were able to collect over $500. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
margarita mini fries, La Costa de Messina. Still everyone's favorite stop will be open for the main stagecoach track. La Costa de Messina. This is the Bulldogs, Oldies, Trojans, and Hawks. Good luck tonight.
Pregame sponsor Western Blend knows what it takes to grow successfully in Eastern soil. Western Blend offers the Centennial diverse and abundant market from Mexico growing. Plants can produce high yields and necessary nutrients for preserving sugar. Western Blend consistently ensure the presence of those nutrients. Western Blend also sells acid-based sugar fertilizers. Same price. Call 526-5146 or go to
All right, we're about ready to start the second half here at the Hawk Gym. I'm Jeff Matthews. Glad to have you along tonight on Kool Oldies 104.5 FM and AM 570 on the station's app. Kool Oldies with a K. You can hear that on smartphones, iPads, tablets, both Android and Apple. And of course on the station's website, KWML are the call letters of the station. And tonight we're streaming video on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, on Kool Oldies Facebook page, Mesilla Valley News' Facebook page, Mesilla Valley News' YouTube channel. And there's a good crowd here taking it in, 30-29. The Hawks trail the Trojans, and it'll be Centennial basketball to begin the third quarter. Hawks will be going to the basket to my left at the northern end of the gym. Hawks in white, Trojans in green, and we're ready to go. Both teams have gold in their color schemes. Hawks bring it across. Cerna gets it across the timeline, working against green. Feeds it off right side to Beltran, inside to Rukavina, back to Beltran. Beltran tries a long three, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot three. It wasn't that far. Bobby Campos, the athletic director from Central Office, stops by to say hi. Foul goes against Anthony Escobar of Mayfield, his second, first in the second half, and Beltran will shoot three. And the first is on the way good. 86% free throw shooter, averages 17.8 points per game. He just tied it at 30 with two more free throws coming. Beltran, 26% three-point shooter. And he was trying a three when he got fouled, and Centennial's just taken the lead for the very first time tonight with that free throw. It's 31-30, and he's got another 15 seconds into the third quarter. Free throw up and good. He drains all three. 32-30, Centennial by two. They were down 11 at one time. Davion Smith, right side to Green, inside to Sowards. Sowards dribbles once, banks it up and misses it, but draws a foul himself, and Sowards will go to the free throw line. Mayfield shot just two foul shots in the entire first half, and they're going to get two free throws here with 7:36 to play in the third quarter. Foul goes against number 10, Jake Rukavina. That's his first. And the free throw by Cameron is good. He's got 6, 32-31 Centennial with 7:36 to play in the third quarter. This free throw could tie the game back up. And it's on the way, and he missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by the Hawks, and bringing it up is Cerna. Cerna left hands it across the timeline. Mayfield playing man-to-man defense. Left side to Dominguez. Dominguez dribbles and brings it towards the center's logo, the big giant hawk at center court. He takes it right side, kicks it off. Cerna with it. Cerna penetrates. Floater from 9, no good. Rebound pulled down by Smith. Then he loses it and chases it down in the backcourt. He's double teamed, tries an around the back dribble. It's stolen by Cerna. He feeds Beltran. Layup good. Beltran's got 11, and the Hawks are up 3 now with 6:56 to play in the third quarter. Escobar trapped, and a foul against Centennial. They had him trapped. Nick Cerna picks up his first personal foul as the Hawks were trapping him in front of the Trojan bench. That called for a hold. Smith, left side to Sowards, swings it in the corner to Munoz, tries to drive baseline, gets underneath. Nice look to Sowards for a layup, and he banks it up and in. Sowards has 8, 34-33. The Hawk lead is 1 with 6:35 to play in the third quarter. Dominguez gets it across the timeline, in between the circles, comes left of the key. Free throw line jumper on the way, good. Dominguez has 4, and it's 36-33. Centennial with the lead. 6:18 to play in the third quarter. Smith out front left side, gives it off to Green. Right side it goes to Escobar to Green at the head of the key. He penetrates, kicks left corner to Sowards, out on top to Munoz. He penetrates, gets underneath, head fakes, kicks out, 3 on the way, and good from Escobar. He's got 8, and we're tied at 36 all. 5:56 to play in the third quarter. Cerna right hands it across the timeline for the Hawks. Goes left of the key, penetrates the wing, goes to the hole, and banks it up and in on the run. That's his first bucket of the second half. He has 13 points to lead Centennial, and the Hawks are up 2. Here's a 3 from Green for Mayfield. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Beltran at the free throw line. Ahead to Rukavina, and he had an easy layup, but it went through his fingertips and out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. And Centennial will take a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 5:28 to play in the third quarter. It's the Hawks 38, the Trojans 36 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. A 1-minute break. You're listening to Kool Oldies.
Bulldogs, Knights, Trojans, and Hawks. Good luck tonight.
Tonight's game is presented by Bencher Hill State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
38-36, Centennial with the lead. Mayfield with the basketball, and they turn it over. Cerna has it on the back baseline. Lost it out of bounds. It'll go to Mayfield. So a break for the Trojans here, as it looked like they had turned it over, but they get it back down 2 with 5:17 to play in the third quarter. Green looking to trigger. Still looking. Bounces it into the right corner to Smith. Smith on the right wing. Stops. He pops, and he hits from short range. He's got 6, and it's tied at 38. 5:06 to play in the third quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Dominguez bounces it right side through the hands of a Hawk. It's loose on the floor. Sowards down after it. Shovels it off to Munoz. Munoz into the front court to Smith, makes the grab, contested by Dominguez, off to Munoz. He drives to the hole, left-handed floater, good. Got the roll on the road. He's got 5, and Mayfield regains the lead. It's 40-38 Trojans, 4:36 to play third quarter. Cerna across the timeline, working on Green, picks up a screen, pick and roll to Rios, and they turn it over. Escobar comes out of there, gets ahead of the pack, lays it up and in. Anthony Escobar in double figures with 10 points now, and the Trojan lead grows to 4. 4:18 to play in the third quarter on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Dominguez at the center circle, brings it to the left side, gives it off to Cerna. Cerna at the head of the key. Backdoor cut by Beltran. They try to feed it to him. Ball's loose on the floor. Sowards comes out of there with it for Mayfield. Pounds up the floor. Hits Green for a three-point attempt. He missed it. Rebound pulled down by Rios of Centennial. Bringing it up's Dominguez. Dominguez, free throw line jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound to Cameron Sowards with 3:44 to play in the third quarter, and the Trojans have it. Davion Smith at the head of the key, feeds it off left side. Sowards for 3, can't get it to go. Green rebounds and he scores and puts it up and in. The senior averages 10 points a game in district play. And Mayfield's on an 8-0 run and leads it by 6 with 3:22 to play in the third. Cerna out front left side. Pivots with the basketball. Rios comes to screen. They double Cerna. Give it off left side to Dominguez. Dominguez directing traffic. Gives it to Beltran. Ball's ripped out of there. It's loose at the center logo. And we've got a tie ball and a jump ball. And the arrow points the way of the Hawks. But I don't think it's right. I don't know. They'll have to sort that out. The scoreboard arrow and the real arrow are pointing in different directions. The scoreboard arrow is pointing Centennial's way. That's what I was looking at. But when you look down at the scorer's table, it's pointing towards Mayfield, and that's the official one. So it's Trojan ball. Watson to Smith. Green out near the center circle logo. Left side to J.J. Davis. Bounces it into the left short quarter to Watson. Tries to go baseline, cut off by Bruder. Bounces it on the perimeter to Green. Green puts it on the floor, drives into the paint, kick right corner, 3 for Watson, in and out, no good. Rebound hits the floor and is grabbed by Dominguez of Centennial. Ahead, 3 from Beltran, tipped by Davion Smith. Trojans come out of there with it. Smith, the head of the pack, slam dunk. Davion Smith with the jam. He's got 8. 46-38. Mayfield with the lead. 2:23 to play third quarter. A soaring jam for Smith. Out front left side with the basketball is Dominguez. Gives it off to Bruder. Drives. Cut off by 2 Trojans. Now they overplay. Gives it back to Dominguez with 2:07 to play in the third. Dominguez working against Watson back near the center stripe. They set 2 screens for him, picks his screen, goes left, and gets fouled on a drive. Davion Smith with the foul, his first. Neither team close to the bonus again. Aguilar goes in, and coming out of the game is Beltran, who has 11. Dominguez to trigger, left of the hoop, feeds it underneath, layup for Rukavina, good. So they execute on the inbounds, and that makes it 46-40 Mayfield, and ends a 10-0 Trojan surge. Mayfield with the ball. Davis on the left wing, trap, pivots, drives down to the baseline, gets underneath. Ball stripped away by Aguilar. Hawks have it now, down 6. Into the front court, Dominguez. Dominguez goes the baseline. Fadeaway jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound battle waged. Rios battling with Smith. Smith for Mayfield comes out of there with it. Smith pounds up the floor in the open floor. Finger roll, missed it. Rebound, Casey Matthews, and he scores. Matthews has 8. 48-40. Mayfield by 8 with 1:14 to play in the third quarter. Dominguez brings it up on Smith. Ball goes out of bounds off the Trojans. It'll be Hawk basketball with 1:08 to play in the third quarter. Cerna will return. He had a really hot hand in the first half. He had 11 before intermission, 6 in the first, 5 in the second. He has just 2 here in the third quarter. Dominguez comes out, Cerna's in, and Cerna in the backcourt brings it up against Jalen Green. Cerna left-hands it across the timeline. Gives it off to Aguilar. Aguilar at the head of the key. Left side to Rukavina. Rukavina gives it off to Cerna. Cerna off a screen and a foul against Centennial. Moving screen, I think, is the call. Goes against Rukavina, his second. So 53 seconds to play in the third. Pass in the front court to Matthews. Lays it up, no good. But a foul whistled against the Hawks and 2 shots coming for Matthews. Matthews has 8 points. Hasn't shot a foul shot. At one point this year, he was 1 for 7 at the foul line. He went 0 for 2 against Alamogordo Tuesday night. 2 free throws for Matthews here. And the first is on the way, and it hit the right side of the iron and clanks off. He'll get another. Mayfield is now 2 for 5 at the foul line. Alejandro Cedillo goes in. Aguilar comes out of the game for the Hawks, and Casey Matthews will shoot another free throw. And this one's on the way, crawls around and off. He missed them both. Rukavina rebounds to Bruder to Cerna. Cerna to Rios in the front court on the right wing. Penetrates the wing, goes to the baseline, scoops and misses, but draws the foul. And Rios will shoot 2. Rios has not scored in the game. He averages 7.9 points per ball game for the Hawks. 39 seconds to play in the third quarter. Mayfield up 8, and the Hawks at the free throw line. Centennial's 5 for 7 at the free throw line. Rios misses this free throw. Just a 52% free throw shooter, 0 for 3 tonight. And he'll get another one right here. And it's on the way and good. 48-41, Mayfield by 7. 36 seconds to play in the third. Davis to Watson. He drives the wing, lays it up and missed it badly. Rebound to Rios of Centennial. Cerna with it. Pounds it across the timeline. Shovels it off to Bruder. He'll back it away with 20 seconds to play in the third. Cerna way outside the three-point line on the left wing. A little give and go to Rios. Layup good. Nice play. Rios with 3. Mayfield by 5. 6 seconds to play in the third. Davis to the hole. Lays it up. No good. Ball's on the floor. There's the horn. We're at the end of 3. At the end of 3 quarters on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. Mayfield 48. Centennial 43. A 1-minute break on Kool Oldies.
While dining in historic old adobe dining rooms, or outside in one of the most elegant courtyards in the Southwest. Although famous for their award-winning Mexican food, the best-kept secret may be their steak, chicken, and shrimp fajitas, and green chili cheeseburger. Top it off with La Posta's homemade empanadas and ice cream, or Mexican churros with their special chocolate sauce. And of course, a visit to La Posta is not complete with one of the award-winning margaritas. Now, including the new Margarita Mini Flight, La Posta de Macia. Still everyone's favorite stop on the old Butterfield Stagecoach Trail. La Posta de Macia wishes the Bulldogs, Knights, Trojans, and Hawks good luck tonight.
Tonight's game is presented by Ben Trujillo State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So we get ready for the final 8 minutes of action here. Mayfield went to overtime on Tuesday night. Centennial basketball, pass tipped. Bruder up with it for the Hawks. So the very first pass of the fourth quarter was tipped. Bruder drives, hits. Michael Bruder with 4 points. And we've tightened it up again, 48-45. Mayfield by 3. 7:36 to play in the game. Pass inside. Soward's turnaround from about 6. It only went about 4. And the rebound to the Hawks and a foul against Mayfield. Joshua Flores picks up the foul. 4 against the Hawks, 3 against Mayfield. Stop the game. They changed the foul from Flores to Sowards. That's the first on Cameron. 7:28 and counting to play in the game. It's 48-45, Mayfield by 3, Hawk basketball. Bruder gets a screen from Rukavina, drives left of the key, working against Munoz, drives left of the lane, stop, double team, banks it up and got it to go. Tough angle, tough shot. 48-47, Mayfield's lead is 1 now with 7:05 to play. Sowards, top of the circle, needs a defender, falls down, he shoots for 3 and he missed it. Rebound to Munoz, out to Smith for 3 and he hits it. Davian Smith has 11 for Mayfield, and the Trojan lead is 4 at 51-47. Trojans are pressing, and the Hawks turn it over near the midcourt stripe. The inbounds pass went half the floor and out of bounds. So with 6:47 to play in the game, the Trojans have it back. Up 4 with the ball. Escobar launches a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Weak side rebound pulled down by Cerna of Centennial. He'll walk it up the floor. Flores picks him up. Lawrence Flores on defense, working against Cerna. Bruder takes it out towards the top of the wing, out to Cerna, out beyond the three-point line, picks up a screen, little pick and roll. Cutter takes the pass, lays it up and in. He's fouled, and it counts. He'll go to the line. Alejandro Cedillo with the bucket. He screened and then rolled. Hit him with a pass, going to the bucket. He laid it up and in. 51-49. Mayfield's lead is 2. I missed who they called the foul on, but it's the 5th against the Trojans. And so Cedillo will go to the free throw line and try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and he misses the free throw. Rebound to Sowards. So it's Mayfield 51, Centennial 49, 6:08 to play in the game. Sowards left wing penetrates, triple teamed, and a reaching foul against the Hawks. Cedillo picks up the foul. His first. 5th against the Hawks, 5 fouls on each team. Almost 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. 6:03 and counting to play in the game. Munoz gets a screen from Escobar, puts it on the floor, left of the key, 15-foot jumper, a rainbow, and he drops it through there. Munoz has 7, 53-49. The Trojans lead it. 5:47 to play in the game. Cerna to Bruder. Bruder crosses over. Cutter is Sierra. Sierra underneath, having trouble getting the handle on it. Kicks it out. Bruder open for a 3, and he hits. Michael Bruder's got 9. He is a 30% three-point shooter, and it's a 1-point Trojan lead with 5:24 to play in the game. Green in between the circles, right side to Escobar, to Green. He's on the left wing, feeds it out to Cameron Sowards. Deep 3, straight on, no good. Rebound to Bruder. Outlets to Cerna, ahead. Left side, Aguilar. He gives, or that's Beltran, I beg your pardon, to Bruder. Bruder in the paint, kicks it out. Wide open is Cerna. He was hot in the first half, and he hits this one. Cerna's got 16 points, and the Hawks lead it 55-53, and a steal. Beltran with the layup. Beltran's got 13, 57-53. Centennial by 2, 4:40 to play in the game. Trojans, Munoz on the right wing. He penetrates, finds a man underneath by himself, but he lays it up and in. Josh Flores with the layup makes it a 2-point Centennial lead, 57-55. The Hawks have the lead after that Trojan hoop. Centennial basketball. Cerna on the right wing gets a screen. He'll try another 3. This one's tipped. It lands short. 2 Hawks fall down in the paint, and it rolls out of bounds off Centennial. It's Trojan basketball. Smith returns for Mayfield. Flores comes out of the game. Cerna comes out of the game. He's cramping, I think. 4:11 to play in the game, 57-55. Centennial by 2. The Trojans have the ball. Green for 3 in the lead off the front of the rim, no good. Weak side rebound yanked down by Bruder. He'll jog it up the floor for the Hawks. They have the ball and a 2-point lead. Bruder, right wing. Pass stolen by Escobar. Escobar up the floor ahead to Sowards. Sowards was by himself, but he had to go catch the pass. Took him too far under the bucket. 3 for Smith, straight on, no good. Rebound to Beltran. Beltran ahead. Pull-up jumper for Dominguez, good. Azel Dominguez has 6, 59-55. Centennial by 4. 3:27 to play in the game. Left side, Smith. In the corner to Sowards, to Munoz in between the circles. Munoz drives, gets to the bucket. Nice move, a layup for AC Munoz, gives him 9. 59-57, Centennial by 2. 3:12 to play in the game, timeout on the floor. So the Hawks by 2 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 30-second break on Kool Oldies.
Add balance and wellness to your daily routine with
(59-57). Centennial leads it by 2 with just a little over 3 minutes to play in the game. Nicholas Cerna is having a cramp, and they're working on his left calf. He's laying down by the bench. He leads the Hawks with 16 points, and right now he's out of service for Centennial with 3:12 to play in the game. But the Hawks lead it by 2, and they have the basketball at three-quarters court. 59-57 Centennial. And Beltran will bring it up for the Centennial Hawks. Gets a screen, goes left of the lane, shoots, and barely nicks the front of the rim. Rebound to Smith and Mayfield. Trojans down 2 with the ball. Smith around the back dribble in traffic. Came out of there with it. Green goes to the hole, and a foul on Rukavina will send Green to the free throw line where he could tie it up. Green hasn't shot a free throw tonight. 75% on the season. He's going to shoot 2 here. Both of these would tie the game up with just under 3 minutes to play. It was 48-43 Mayfield at the end of 3. Green's first free throw good. 59-58 now, Centennial with the lead. Second free throw up good, and we're all tied up. 59 all. 2:55 to play in the game, and we haven't settled a thing. Bruder brings it up for the Hawks, gets it across the timeline, working on Jalen Green. Bruder drives the wing, shovels it off to Rios. He drives, pivots, throws it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sowards. He gives it off to Munoz. He's looking to get rid of it, throws it to Green. Beltran pressuring him. Green stumbles across the timeline, then has it batted away, and it goes to Mayfield. 2:30 to play in the game. Trojans will throw it in. Hawks are saying that went off his thigh and out of bounds, but that's not the way the officials saw it. Coach Martinez is signaling that from the Hawk bench. Sowards on the right wing. Nearly throws it away, but it came back to him. Gives it off to Smith. Smith shakes and bakes. Fires it off left side to Munoz. Floater on the baseline, no good. Good move, but he couldn't finish. Rebound to Bruder of Centennial. Tie ball game, 2:15 to play. Bruder into the front court. Shovels it off to Beltran. Beltran pivots. Gives it off left corner to Bruder. Underneath it goes to Beltran. Layup good. Hawks lead it. 15 for Beltran, 61-59. Centennial by 2. 1:59 to play in the game. Green in the right corner to Munoz. Munoz to Green. They throw it around the three-point line to Smith on the left wing side. Out on top to Green. Green drives inside the three-point line. Trojans have all 5 players out on the perimeter. Left side, Munoz brings it out, gives it off to Soward straight on. Gives it back to Munoz. 1:35 to play in the game. Left side to Green. Green will try a wide open 3. Missed everything. Sowards with a good effort to save it in, but it goes to Dominguez of Centennial. He'll drive. Baseline jumper, no good. Woefully short. Rebound to Smith. Ahead to Sowards by himself. Layup good. Sowards got 10. 61 all. The score. 1:10 to play in the game. Hawks. Bruder gets it across. Bounces it off left side to Dominguez. Puts the ball on his hip with 58 seconds to play in the game. Tie ball game. Man-to-man for Mayfield. Bruder to Dominguez, who hands it off to Beltran. Beltran drives. Gets onto the short corner. Wing jumper, good. 17 for Beltran. That gives the Hawks a 63-61 lead with 39 seconds to play in the game. A 30-second break. Hawks by 2 on Kool Oldies. Welcome back. It's 63-61. Centennial leads it. 39 and 1/10 seconds to play in the game. 17 for Beltran, 16 for Cerna for the Hawks. The Trojans led by 11 by Davion Smith. So the Trojans working against the Hawk press. Get it across the timeline. Munoz on the left wing. He gives it off to Smith with 29 seconds to play. Smith, left side to Munoz. Drives underneath. They kick it out and then turn it over. Out of bounds, though. It'll go to Mayfield as Cerna had cut in front of a pass and was chasing it down, and it went into the scorer's table, and it spilled the arrow onto the scorer's table. And I'm not sure that the clock operator was able to stop the clock at the perfect time because they were getting run over by Cerna. See if they're going to leave the time the same. Meanwhile, Coach Roberts of Mayfield is asking for a timeout, and he'll take a short timeout. 22 seconds to play in the game. Centennial 63, Mayfield 61 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. We're going to keep it here as the game on the line. They added 5 seconds, so there's 22.3 to play in the game. It was down to 17.9 when they got the clock stopped. But keep in mind that Cerna was trying to steal the ball and was chasing it as it went out of bounds, and he ran into the scorer's table. I got run over by Rodney Walker in the Pan American Center sitting at the media table. That's where the Fat Cats sit now, but that used to be the media table. And it's unpleasant to get run over by somebody charging at you. This was many moons ago. Broke the chair, but I was fine. So it'll be Mayfield basketball down 2 with 22.3 seconds to play in the game. Green to throw it in front of the Trojan bench. Mayfield down 2 with the ball. Green looking to get it in. Get it into Sowards, who gives it back to Green at the center circle. Smith sets a screen. Green kicks left corner to Munoz with 15 seconds to play. The Trojans are down 2. Smith off the dribble. Launches a 3 left corner, barely nicks the front of the rim. The Hawks rebound. 2 Hawks run into each other. And then we got a whistle and a foul against Mayfield. And Escobar was diving for what he thought was a loose ball, and he pounced on one of the Hawk players after the whistle. Cooler heads prevail. Foul goes against Escobar. That's number 3. They're not in the 1-and-1. That's the 6th foul against Mayfield. 6.8 to play in the game. They get it into Beltran, who's fouled with 5.5 to play in the game. Now it's 1-and-1. 63-61 Centennial. 63-61 Centennial. Beltran, 86% at the foul line. He'll be shooting 1-and-1. He's 3 for 3 tonight. He has 17 points. 5.5 seconds to play in the game. So Beltran toes the line, dribbles a couple of times, spins it, dribbles a couple more times. Free throw on the way, front iron, good. Got it to crawl over, earns the bonus, and it's 64-61. The Hawks lead it with 5.5 seconds to play in the game. And Beltran, averaging 17.8 points a game, has 18 now. And he'll get a second free throw here. This is the bonus. This one on the way, perfect. And it's 65-61 Centennial. 5.5 seconds to play in the game. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout. We'll pause for 30 seconds. The Hawks 65, the Trojans 61 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. 5.5 seconds to play in the game on Kool Oldies. Welcome back. It's 65-61. Centennial leads it. 5.5 seconds to play in the game, and the Trojans to throw it in back baseline. Green will trigger for Mayfield. The Hawks in a 1-2-2 three-quarter court setup on defense. Green to Smith to Green. Green feeds it to Sowards. 3 on the way. Good, but there's the horn. Mayfield tried to take a timeout. We'll see if they put time on the clock. Cameron Sowards has 13, 65-64 Centennial, and they're going to put some time on the clock. So they grant the Mayfield timeout. The Trojans cut it to 1 with the Sowards 3, and we don't know how much time they're going to put on the clock. They're talking about it right now. Let's keep it here. I'm not sure what's going on in terms of how long this timeout is. Looks like it's one of the short timeouts, the 30-second timeouts. They're going to put 1 second on the clock, it appears. Centennial 65, Mayfield 64. That 3-point bucket gives Cameron Sowards 13 on the game, averaging 11.2 on the year and almost 16 points a game in district, 15.9 points per game. So the Hawks will throw it in back baseline. You think the strategy here would be throw it into the front court. You don't want to turn it over under the basket here. Mayfield could win it with a steal and a layup. Rios to throw it in. He can run the baseline. Rios runs the baseline, throws it in on the back baseline, and a foul against Mayfield with 0.3 seconds to play in the game. So we'll go to the other end. And Sowards just picked up his second foul. And the Hawks up 1 going to the free throw line. Michael Bruder to shoot 1-and-1. Bruder's got 9 points. He hasn't shot a free throw. He's an 83% free throw shooter. Hawks by 1, just 0.3 of a second to play in the game. The free throw is up, no good. Rebound to Sowards. He calls a timeout immediately. And they're going to say, no, that's ball game. So the referee on the back baseline says that's ball game. That once you catch it, you call timeout. that took 0.3 seconds, and that's being explained to the Trojans right now. So that's the ball game. The final score, 65-64. Centennial wins the ball game here tonight. Good one. Seesaw saw the Trojans with a double-digit lead in the first half. Hawks climb back. Trojans climb back. Hawks climb back. And a real entertaining game here at the Nest. Final score, 65-64. Centennial's a winner. The Hawks are now 11-11 on the season, 5-3 in district, 5-3 here at home. Mayfield falls a game under 500 to 11-12. They're 5-4 in district now and 4-7 on the road. That's a lot of road games. We'll give you the final stats when we come back after this timeout on Kool Oldies. Either way. What works for you? Okay, dude. Just sounds good.
Great flavor up in Mesilla Valley, Mexican food. Try one of their specialties: blue crab blue, corn green chili enchiladas. And a trip to Hacienda de Mesilla is not complete without trying their signature weekend brunch, including award-winning Bloody Marys and mimosas. Open 7 days a week. Hacienda de Mesilla, grill in and cantina. Proud supporter of Bulldogs, Trojans, and Hawks.
We're looking for Mr. Frosty, number 9, plus the keys for overtime.
Tonight's game is presented by Ben Trujillo State Farm Insurance. Like favorite State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Mayfield led it at 48-40 late in the third quarter, but it was 48-43 at the end of 3, and the score winds up 65-64. Mayfield falls to Centennial. The Hawks outscored the Trojans 22-16 in the fourth quarter to pull out this victory to go 500 on the year, 11-11, and more importantly, they're 5-3 in district. The Trojans fall to 5-4, so Centennial trying to help themselves to the 2 seed here in district. We'll take a look at the final scoring in the ball game brought to you by the Real Man. But first, this on Kool Oldies. Trojans fall to the Hawks 65-64 tonight.
Add balance and wellness to your daily routine with Be Hempful Premium High CBD. Be Hempful is locally grown, produced, and manufactured under the warm Mexico sun. Be Hempful offers high-quality, full-spectrum CBD oils, soothing pain bombs, and gourmet gummies, too. Be Hempful is proud to support our Las Cruces community and student athletes. Order Be Hempful products online, behempful.org. That's behempful.org.
Get ready for the big game with a 10-person party pack from the game for only $70. That is on point. Feed 10 people for $70. 40 wings served up to 5 sauces and ranch. 20 Coke bats cut into bite-sized pieces, perfect for pickings, pints of salsa and queso, including a bag of chips plus quarantine quarts of margaritas. The big game, Sunday, February 13th. Order your big game party pack today. The Game Sports Bar and Grill 10-person party pack, a winning combination every time. Tonight's game is presented by Ben Trujillo State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Final score 65-64. Centennial defeats Mayfield. Here's a look at the final scoring brought to you by the Real Man in Mesilla. 19 for Javon Beltran, 16 for Nicholas Cerna. Those were the two Hawks in double figures. The Trojans had 3 players in double figures, 13 for Sowards, 11 for Smith, and 10 for Escobar by my count. Further scoring for the Hawks after 19 for Beltran, 16 for Cerna, 9 for Bruder, 8 for Rukavina, 6 for Dominguez, 3 for Rios, 2 for Cedillo, and 2 for Crawford. For the Trojans, 13 for Sowards, 11 for Smith, 10 for Escobar, 9 for Munoz, 8 for Matthews, 6 for Green, 3 for Alvarez, 2 for Flores. Mayfield goes 4 of 8 at the foul line, while the Hawks go 8 of 13 from the free throw line. So it was 22-14 Mayfield at the end of one, 30-29 Mayfield at halftime, 48-43 Mayfield at the end of three quarters. The Hawks win it 65-64. Game was tied 6 times tonight. The Hawks win it, and they advance to fight on Tuesday night with a chance at the 2 seed. They take on Deming in Deming. Centennial 11-11. Deming was 7-11 going in tonight. Other games on Tuesday: Cruces 21-0 at home against Gadsden, who's 1-19. And Alamogordo travels to Oregon Mountain. Alamogordo's 8-10. Oregon Mountain is 9-11. That game on Tuesday at Oregon Mountain High. So we want to thank Jaylene Ramirez for producing back at the studio. Thank Ernesto Garcia for his work on the video feed. I'm Jeff Matthews. Hope you enjoyed it. Final score one more time: Centennial 65, Mayfield 64 on the Steve Barrett Real Estate scoreboard. You have been listening to Trojan and Hawk basketball on Kool Oldies.